Hey y'all, this is Sam and Bear. We are going to be going on a trip. We're going to be driving across the country and just really exploring what this country is and what it truly is at its roots. Because I founded the Roots of Change Agency 5 years ago in 2020, and so much has happened since then, and also so much has not. So much of what I wrote back then and so much of what I developed back then for communicators, for activists, it's more relevant than it was 5 years ago. And so I want to get back to the roots. I want to talk about the roots. We have to get into the roots of our society with some nice little peach booties and some beautiful nature behind us as well, to really talk about how we create change. How do we change in a society that's not ready to change? There's a lot that we need to sift and unearth. A lot of this trip is going to be in nature, and we do that on purpose because we love nature. We're going to show you a lot about kind of how we travel. I'm a vegan, Bear is not. But Bear is diabetic, and so we have to be careful about that. We want to travel sustainably. We cannot be Greta Thunberg, but we can try to be as close as we can. So we're going to talk about that. And by we, I mean me, of course. Bear does not talk, but he will have a lot of smiles and a lot of peach booties, some hiking photos and things like that. And we're going to talk to folks along the way. We're going to talk to communities and elders and Indigenous leaders and organizations and folks who have been here since before this country was founded. We're going to talk to the folks who were here on Turtle Island before the colonizers. And we're going to unearth what it can be after colonization. We are in this hyper mode of colonization right now where late stage capitalism is eating everything alive. We have to commodify our water. We have to commodify. I'm in San Francisco. You can see the cranes behind me. They are tearing up and destroying this beautiful sutro forest so that some more rich people can live there. That is San Francisco right there. So, this is everywhere. It's in our backyards, and it's not where it's not on television. It's not in the news. Social media is working really hard to suppress the things that we need to know about. And so that's what this trip is also about. It's to get the word out. It's to talk to the Latinos and Indigenous leaders who have been doing this work for years, for centuries. And let's learn from them. Let's build new practices. We learn from the old and we take what's new. There's so much to learn about tech. There's a lot of really cool things that we could be doing with tech right now if we didn't have these guys controlling everything. So we're going to open up the world. We're going to get to the roots. We're going to have a good summertime. We invite you to join us. We have no idea how it's going to go. I have no idea how it's going to go. On a personal note, it is a very personal trip for me. I'm going to kind of rediscover myself and rediscover my family, my indigeneity. When I was out on the road for the election, I road tripped across New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, and I spent a lot of time in the Central Valley in California, where our farm laborers are, where Trump is now trying to attack and deport. And those are people who work thankless jobs in the heat to feed us, to feed this country. And we are now kicking them out. And we're also going to talk about the long history of that as well. So, there's a lot that we need to learn, and a lot of that can be really uncomfortable. I am white. I'm also Latino. I'm also Indigenous. My family's New Mexican. I have, on my white side, I have colonizers, if we're going to be frank. My white side are very much colonizers. And I love them. I love my family. But that is what is real, and we need to unearth that. I also want to unearth the Latino side and my Indigenous side, my New Mexican side, and the lies that I was told as a kid. And not because they were lies, but because they were stories. They were stories to keep us safe, to try to do right by future generations. And I thank my grandparents and my parents for what they've done. And I also want to do deeper work, and I want to go back, and I want to re-indigenize. I want to reject the whiteness that was thrust upon me that I didn't have a choice in, and the heteronormativity that I didn't have a choice in. Like, I am queer, I'm two-spirit, I'm poly, and all of those are political and radical acts, and they shouldn't be. They really shouldn't, because it's all about love. Queerness, polyamory, all of that is about love. It's about connection. It's about humans wanting to build community and to build something cool and be creative and have fun together. And that's what we all want to do. And so I really want us to get back to that. And what's stopping us are the colonizers. And so we can overcome if we sift through the dirt, we unearth the roots, and then we compost that and we build better soil, and then we can grow some really beautiful things. I'm really excited for the future, and I know that sounds really hard right now, but I honestly am. There's so much cool shit we could be doing. So this is our first dispatch. We are obviously still in the Bay Area. Twin Peaks over here, Bear on a Cliff, downtown San Francisco, and we'll let you know what our next stop is.